Good morning. What's shaking? What's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites, Timeless Travels. Today's day 44 for Holland America cruising around the world, and it's another sea day. Come join us. Came down to deck 3 to walk the outside track. It is hot today, which is nice. The weather's beautiful, other than it's a little warm, but check out how calm the sea is today. Check this out. Not bad. It's really just us that's in this ripple that's causing the ripple, but otherwise pretty calm, pretty slow. Thankfully, it's a super chill sea day today. The Great Barrier Reef did take a toll on me. That was a very strong current out there. Totally not used to it. But hey, I did it. It was an amazing experience. I snorkeled at the Great Barrier Reef. I can say it now. So it's going to be a super chill day. Lots of good presentations. 9 a.m. coffee chat with the HR manager. There's a 10 o'clock presentation by the shore excursion manager, but I think we're set for this set, so I don't think I'm going to go. And then 2 o'clock, there's a presentation on how you fight fires on a cruise ship. That might be kind of interesting. Kimberly said after one bridge officer did a presentation because they were needing to fill some time on the world stage, I guess, they all got jealous and said, but I want to do a presentation. What can I do? I want to do a presentation. How about this? And so they're all up there creating presentations to get a slot on the world stage one day to do a presentation. So that's kind of fun. There's also a presentation about the Manhattan Project today. I would have thought they would have followed it up with Oppenheimer as the movie, but that's not the movie today, which Oppenheimer is a long movie. That might be why, but they're doing a presentation on the Manhattan Project, and it's an ice cream social today. So, and the violinist is tonight. So it is an extremely busy sea day to recuperate from the Great Barrier Reef. But hey, weather like this, I think we're gonna have a pool morning. I'm gonna go to coffee chat, but after that, that firefighting's not till 2, which I'm not gonna be at the pool still at 2 o'clock. I think I'll be wiped out from the sun, but God, it's a gorgeous day. So, should be a good one. All right, so back in the room after the coffee chat. Coffee chat was really interesting. It was the HR guy. First off, coffee chats, some people like kind of cracked me up the questions they asked, because one guy started asking him how he could get packages shipped to whatever country he was in, and the man goes, are you asking about the crew members? He goes, no, me personally. And so they do turn into these random Q&A sessions of how do I do something on the ship. There was also another passenger who's very concerned about the Holland typically has, like, our cruise has a rabbi, a priest, and a minister, so everyone can worship the way they want. It's a world cruise. They also have them on legendary voyages, and they also have them on sailings that are long, not the ones that are segment sailings that can create long ones, but actual, like, advertised, like Voyage of Vikings and things like that. But for the smaller ones, like the 7-day turnarounds in Alaska, they're not going to have them anymore, even the Catholic priest. And so she kind of questioned and almost kind of challenged the guy as to why they were getting rid of them, because very many of the crew members are Catholic, and that is something required in the religion to have Mass every week. It kind of got to one of those where Kimberly did have to kind of shut the conversation down, because he's not the one that made that decision. He doesn't have any knowledge of it. He just knows that that is something that they're not going to have anymore, and that crew members are encouraged to find churches. So that was kind of awkward. But other than that, it was really interesting. He talked about how when you first come on board, you're assigned a buddy, and these two people do not have a lot in common. They're not from the same area of the world. They don't have the same primary language. It's meant to help you get into ship life and also start using English as a primary language, because that is the primary language of Holland ships. That is the guest language, I think is how it's referred to. Talked about how they get paid, how many months a crew member can be on board. The longest they're allowed to be on board at any one given time is 8 months, and that is typically the food and beverage. But he talked about how the different contracts work. Some are 3 to 3, some are 6 to 4, and food and beverage is 8 months on, 3 months off. And he also talked about he got hired when it was the restart after COVID. So he said his welcome to Holland was he got on board and then he was quarantined in his cabin for 2 weeks. But Kimberly also talked about it because she was quarantined the first 7 days because that's where they were at in that process. But she said, and they both said it wasn't terrible. Their balcony cabins, their guest cabins. There was food 3 times a day. There was fitness equipment. Both of them said the captain would call and check on them, plus whoever headed them would call and do the courtesy checks every day. So they never felt like they were like exiled. They were just quarantined for safety reasons, as everyone was doing during that time period. But God, this is such a gorgeous day. I'm telling you, take a look. There's not a whole lot of wind, which is crazy when you think about yesterday in Arlai. The lengths they went to get us to the Great Barrier Reef onto that boat. And even the boat itself and all the people getting seasick on it. And then look at the sea today. It's so crazy. I'm ready to relax by the pool for a bit and finish reading my book, The Boys in the Boat. I am still trying to finish that. And it is so good. I can't wait to finish it and watch the movie. But there's just too many things to do. But once we leave Australia, we end up getting a stretch of sea days. So hopefully I can catch up on a lot of things then. But till then, I'm going to enjoy this gorgeous sea day. See you for lunch. Dinner time. Appetizers have arrived. My appetizer made me chuckle because we are on repeating items now. It's just been so long. And this one is much smaller than the last time I got it, which is fine because last time it was massively big. But check it out. I got tiny tenders. Yes, that's literally what went through my mind when he put it in front of me was tiny tenders. So you got a shrimp cocktail. Shocker. But I'm going to enjoy my tiny tenders now. All right, the entrees have arrived. C got the tri-tip modified for the dairy allergy. She's got a pretty good looking potato with it. That looks delicious. I got 2 entrees. I got the gnocchi and the cream sauce. They've had this on the menu a couple of times. I've always been intrigued by it. The reason I got it is because the fish tonight is Arctic char. Now, I feel like I like Arctic char. We served it at Bonefish Grill and I used to serve there, so I know I've had it. It's looking pretty good. It's looking tasty. Let's find out. Fun fact, I do not like Arctic char. It wasn't my thing. But dessert has arrived, so let's see what we got. D got a lemon sorbet. I got the Black Forest cake. That looks good, doesn't it? I was going to get ice cream, but I had ice cream at lunch, and then we had the ice cream social, and I thought there's got to be a law that says that you cannot have ice cream 3 times in one day. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have even gotten cake, but I swam a great deal yesterday at the Great Barrier Reef, and we're going to walk a lot tomorrow, hopefully in Cairns, so I think I've earned it, or will earn it. we are gonna call it a night. It was a great night. Dinner was good. I did not like Arctic char. I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. It's a no. I don't like it, but it was very popular. There were a lot of tables that had it. But nighttime show was the violinist again. She was really good. She did music from around the world. She mostly focused on the areas of where there were people from. She got a list of everyone's nationalities, or a list of like the breakdown of nationalities on the ship. So she had some stuff from Australia, obviously, some stuff from the States, some stuff from Canada, and a little bit from like she played something from the Netherlands. She played like their national anthem, and like no one cheered. And she goes, "Is there no one from the Netherlands here?" Because I that's how we found out that she got a list of where people were from. But she was really good. She's very personable. She does like to pimp out her CDs and her fam a little bit, but you know what? Her fam's very talented. Her family is very talented, so I kind of get it. You know, it's a lot of pride there. So good for her. But just a nice, great show. And then, like I said, today was just a nice day to recuperate from the Great Barrier Reef Day. You know, it was just so tough and so draining that I think we needed a chill day. I missed the firefighter thing. I forgot all about it. We came back because it was so hot. We couldn't sit on the pool deck, and I got involved in a completely different movie, a completely different thing. And before I knew it, it was time for the ice cream social. Well-organized ice cream social. I'm not gonna lie. We went to one on Koningsdam last year, and it was like a fiasco. It was like an hour-long wait for ice cream, and it was the exact same ice cream you get at the buffet. There's nothing really special about it other than some toppings, but they had M&Ms for toppings, so they don't have M&Ms a lot. I was very excited. So other than that, like there was nothing. For Koningsdam to have an hour wait was ridiculous. But for this, I went right up and got my ice cream. The line was never long. So it was lovely. It was great. So good time, good time. Tomorrow, Cairns. We've done a little bit of research, have a plan of we either go this direction or that direction. But we are actually going to wait and see what the weather says. It is calling for rain. But I've learned Australia's kind of like Florida. This time of the year, it's always going to call for rain. But after it not raining in Sydney and it pouring down rain in Moreton, I don't believe the weather for Australia anymore. So we're just going to kind of see. They did extend our day out a little bit. I don't know why, but they did, which was nice. And then after we leave, we'll go back to full speed. The reason we were so slow today is we're too close to the Great Barrier Reef. Actually, I thought about this. On our itinerary, on our original itinerary when I bought it, it actually said today is the day that we're cruising the Great Barrier Reef. But the captain did announce a couple days ago, he's like, this is not the coral gardens of Raiatea, of Moorea, French Polynesia, where you can see the coral. He goes, the Great Barrier Reef is just too deep. So they actually changed that back to just sailing the Coral Sea, is what this area is called. Or what the sea is called, which contains the Great Barrier Reef. They took it off because he's like, you're not going to be able to see it unless the sun hits just right, because everything's so far down. So, but that's why he had to go so slow, was because we're too close to the reef and can't damage the Great Barrier Reef. So, that was the reason of no breeze today. But, Cairns tomorrow. Another exciting day for us. I am digging Australia, by the way. I would really love to come back to this area of the world. This has been fantastic. We have Cairns and we have Darwin, and that will be the end of us in Australia. But, man, it's been fantastic so far. So, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and thumbs up, all that fun social stuff. Give us a follow, and we will see you back tomorrow for a day in Cairns, where we are going to either wander right or left. Which way will we go? Everything depends on the weather. But find out tomorrow. Bye!